Said it right there. Look, Sutex. Sutex said I got reported right there. You can see it, because he kept calling me the N word. He kept calling me the N word. I'm like, bro, like, why are you doing that? And this guy over here, Josh, he kept saying, y'all dirty reservations, y'all dirty reservations. I'm like, bro, like, that's, how crazy can this be? This is the reason why I'm telling you guys, like, we don't do these live streams to go at it with the black community like that. There's nothing honorable about doing that. Why do it? Why do something like that? Like, we didn't say go back to your dirty anything. We don't be saying that to him.
Hey, Manny.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. The gentleman who just came up. Oh, okay. Manny, I
Yes.
do agree with you. I'm not too sure what happened on that live and the reasons why they were even speaking of, other people of
Were
color.
you there,
I don't
Courtney?
agree with.
Were
Can
you
you hear
there?
me?
Yes, were you there,
No,
Courtney? Okay.
no, I wasn't there on the live, and it's inappropriate all the way around. Now if you have questions for other people of color and things you don't understand on other people's communities, and if there's disagreements there, I think there should be a discussion had and let it go. Not get on the platform and be disrespectful and I don't really don't agree with that, and I hope that none of the black people in my
Oh, I'm
community
sorry.
are doing that. But
Sorry.
so I
So do you know Empress Jazzy or Jazzy? Empress Jazzy?
yeah, I've been on her platform before, and yes.
So she invited me on that panel. In fact, I wasn't even gonna. I was just scrolling, and she saw me, and she invited me. Like, as soon as I walked in, she invited me in. And as soon as I went in, I said, "Listen, I respect you as a black sister. As a black woman. I know there's people within your own community that call you a white tea woman and invalidate you as a
Hmm.
black woman, and she's black, but she's part white, I guess, like
Yeah.
Doja Cat or Ice Spice or
Hmm.
what was that other girl, Beyonce.
Yeah.
There's a lot of black people out there who are mixed, but
Yeah.
I don't know why they target certain people, why they go at other people. So I'm like, bro, like, we ain't even white tea like that, and we get attacked by people in the black, some people within the some people, and you guys know who I'm talking about, the pretendians, the ethnocentrics. I'm like, why do you guys do that?
Hmm.
You
Yeah,
know?
media is so, and this is why I said media is it's social media, and these platforms are so small. It's not, there's these few that make it bad for everyone else, because not all of us in the black community feel that way. There's a lot of people in the black community that actually, wouldn't mind. I wouldn't say uniting, because other people of color have went through some of the similar things, if not all, and correct me if I'm wrong, that black people have went through as well. I
Right.
don't, and so tearing down another community really doesn't resolve anything. I don't
Hmm.
understand it. That's just immaturity on my people's part, on the ones who are speaking inappropriately. Because trust me, we're not all on this platform as a black person that's speaking inappropriately. And honestly, you know, I I just feel that you got to be careful who you watch and who you listen to. They're just not the right people. And I probably get a lot of flack for this, but it's true. It's just the immaturity in them. And not everybody is working against black people when it comes to people of color. There's a lot of people of color who I see who want to stand with black people, who understand black people, who agrees with everything that's going on. They're not all against us. It really is not. I've been to other platforms, like Ricardo's platform, and
Hmm.
speaking of the same thing that you're speaking of, and a lot of them understand where we're coming from. They're not working against us. So I really don't know why that happened. It was inappropriate, and I agree with you, Manny, on that part. And I can't speak for why that young lady or any of those people on the platform did what they did. I don't know what happened prior to that. I don't know if there was any dispute that was going on, if
They
there
had
was
something
something said.
they had something against digital. They said digital was being like anti-black or something. But I said, listen, we've been doing live streams here for quite a while with with black people, with black brothers, sisters, and I will never go against black people in any hateful way. Like, when people say some stupid shit like that, or like last time they were saying, why you use the word blacks? on one
Yeah,
of
that's
the
what I
on
was
the
about to say
backdrops.
too, man.
So
That's what I
so
was about to say.
we call white people whites. We call Mexicans
Y'all need to
Mexicans.
stop
So
doing that.
what I'm
I,
saying is what I'm saying, brother. What I'm saying real quick is we didn't label you that word. That was
I
given to you
know.
by the white people, and that's
I
the way people
understand.
identify today. Like you might not identify as a black person, but there's
Not
other
at
people that
all.
say we blacks.
No,
There's gonna be
Yeah,
a lot of people
it's
that
all
do.
race,
I'm
and I
gonna say it like that. I'm gonna say it like that.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
In general, you not. Hey, man. At the end of the day, every person have an opinion. Every person have a mindset of their own self. But it's the this ingenuine thing that another person to do to another person. Like you got to realize this in history. Our history been miscued, right? So we've been called many names from color to um black to, and you changed us from a noun to an adjective, right? So I know about the going back looking at the wordplay.
Hmm.
So basically calling us black is an adjective. It don't have no standing in law. You don't have no standing in law. So by you considerably coming on us on his platform to talk about black people issue, like we got to get that word out. We got to stop considering them white people and start telling them who they is, because if we don't start actually exposing people of what's going on, and generally it's like the same rhetoric gonna constantly keep happening. We're not elevating at all. You see what I'm saying? And there's no like I don't know why they have hatred towards you going on their page or stuff like that. At the end of the day, man, it's certain things that
Hmm.
we don't even speak about as our people in generally. Like we don't put nobody else's name in our mouth. We don't do none of that stuff because like we don't think about nobody. We don't idolize no people like that. We don't do none of that stuff. But the moment we start talking about something, it seems like everybody else have a say so in our thought process. You see what I'm saying? We don't get to think for ourselves, and the moment we get to think, it's everybody got a problem. Now, it wouldn't be a problem if everybody help us out on our situation, but that's not the case. It seems like, oh, well, they'll tell you, well, you need to go back to Africa. Bro, we're not from Africa. We just figured that out. You see what I'm saying? Because African and this is not the same. We've been made this known. You see what I'm saying? So we got to find common grounds amongst each other. You see what I'm saying? And that's with conversation wise either. We don't need to start looking at things in the opposite way of talking to each other, because it's sad that we ain't talking to each other on a better manner of trying to handle something. We talking to this shit trying to try to disfer, or try to humiliate the other race. You see what I'm saying? We're not trying to
Hmm.
uplift each other. And that's why I'm trying to get to an understanding at a point. We need to stop doing this, and that black, we need to find, like I said, I know what the actual word is. Like I said, people don't know that we Moorish Americans, and you actually go back in history and start looking up that stuff, that the empire of Morocco was here. When you go back and read certain books, articles, newspapers, and all this stuff, it's all there for you to go research it, to figure, to tell people what's going on. But if people just gonna come up here and give us the rhetoric of being black, then I don't want to hear that, because that's an
So
adjective.
yeah, this is where things get a little bit complicated. But like, I'm not gonna get into because Morocco. You mentioned Morocco is a country in North Africa, according to
No,
history
that's
and the maps.
that's the kingdom. That's the empire. So you talking about the kingdom. This is the empire over here. It's a treaty between the Americas and the Moroccan Empire that been established since before Ramadan. During Ramadan in the 12th century, that was established between the Christian and the Moors that was over here. It was a war that was going on over here. That's why you can go read the book about the Gullah Geechee wars and all that stuff like that. At the end of the day, we was fighting to try not to let the other race come over here and take over our land. And
Really?
that's what.
Really?
Then go
So
ahead, go
I just
ahead.
wanted to. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know, bro. I mean, what ties you to it more? I mean,
What ties me to a Moor?
yeah.
Because this the great. All ancient civilization derived from the Moor. Like even if you want to go back to the
Really?
Olmecs and all these, yes, yes,
Really?
yes, yes, yes,
So let
yes.
me
Got a
explain
whole
something to
good
you.
book.
Okay, well, tell me something. Tell me something.
I got a good
You
book
know
for you.
that
Come
the
on.
No, not a book, bro. Don't even come with that book shit. Just come to
it's
me.
in the book. It's been in the book.
On.
All this stuff is in the book.
Hold
listen,
on.
You trying to hit me with this?
A book is not a credible source of information.
Listen, one of my yes it is.
You got to come with the primary source.
Listen, no. Cause guess
come
what you're doing, then? Cause guess what?
Come with the documentations. Come with the documentations.
Guess what you're doing, then? You sit right here. You finna use a European idol.
What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing?
That's not European. All this, listen.
Really?
All this stuff. What I'm talking about.
Really?
Look. Have you ever read the Moors in Spain?
Yeah, I know who the Moors is. I know who's.
Okay. You know. Okay.
I know who Tariq was. I know who.
Have you read
I know who Abdul Rahman was.
Have you ever heard?
You do not.
Have
That's
you ever
the brother.
listen,
brother. That does not tie you to the Moors.
Yes, it do. I'm trying to tell you why you keep going on. Ding.
Can you speak Haitian?
Why you keep talking? Why you? I mean, like, it don't fucking. What the fuck your language got to do with the fucking the way you speak? Dang, you sound stupid. Hold up, time out, man. I'm sorry, man.
It's all right.
Let me finish.
I gotta mute this real quick, guys, real quick. You guys gotta be respectful. Don't use bad words, profanity, because then I have to drop you to protect the live stream. I was supposedly banana for a month. Somehow, some way, some kind of little angel on TikTok went and gave me back my platform. But I was going to be gone for a month because I don't control the cursing and all these things happening here. So please, if before you guys get triggered, real quick, I just want to address this real quick. You mentioned the Galagichi people, and I just want to, you can correct us if I'm wrong with this, but according to official documents of the Galagichi people, this is on a website, the Galagichi Cultural Heritage Corridor Commission of the Galagichi people. I'm not, you could look this up, but this is the website. Let me see. I'm going to try to remove my filter real quick. I'll let you guys speak on this. Just let me just add this real quick and hopefully cool things down a little bit. It is backwards, but this is the Galagichi right here, Cultural Heritage Corridor Commission. And what it's saying here is that the Galagichi people are descendants of Africans who were enslaved on the rice, indigo, and sea islands cotton plantations of the lower Atlantic coast. Many came from the rice-grown region of West Africa. The nature of their enslavement on isolated island and coastal plantations created a unique culture with deep African retentions that are clearly visible in the Galagichi people's distinctive arts, crafts, footways, music, and language. Galagichi is a unique Creole language spoken in the coastal areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. The Galagichi language began as a simplified form of communication among people who spoke many different languages, including European slave traders, slave owners, and diverse African ethnic groups. The vocabulary and grammatical roots come from African and European languages. It is the only distinctly African Creole language in the United States, and it has influenced traditional Southern vocabulary and speech patterns. This is straight from the Galagichi Cultural Heritage Corridor Commission of the Galagichi people. Go ahead if anybody wants to share. Actually, I'm going to let the brother at the top, True. How's it going, True? Okay, you want to share some words? I know you guys already spoke. I'm going to open the show. Give everybody 2 minutes after this so you guys can share your voice. Go ahead, True.
Hi, Manny. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Thank you for hanging out, man.
No problem. I won't be here long. I just wanted to express my concern that when you start, well, not you, but other people start bringing up the Moors and all this other things, they were not here at all. And we didn't know about the Moors and any other thing until only 500 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, we had civilizations that maybe weren't perfect, maybe didn't live in peace because there was fights between tribes and all, but at least they didn't slave people. They didn't have diseases that eradicated entire populations. Mm-hmm. Only 500 years ago, those diseases were brought here on a boat, and the worst one was the religious beliefs. I'd say be good. We can do it without a leash. Mm-hmm. Be good without having to worry about, oh my God, if I don't do something nice today, I'm going to be going to a place of eternal damnation. No, just be good, not worrying about a reward either at the end, just to be good. Our ancestors did it, and we can do it too. Peace and love, bro.
Thank you for sharing your words with us. I'm going to start a little show here. Well, the brother already dropped off, one of the guys that was out here that was getting into it with Dean. But yeah, there's, those kinds of topics when you talk about, if people want to debate that, they can do it on their panel. Cause listen, this is the reason, like I've been giving the open door on my platform for, the Israelites, the Black Moors to come out here and share their stories. Like I've had people here within that Black community, maybe leaders of their community here. And every time they're here, I get bananaed. My live stream gets shut down, even if I mute myself. So that's why, and I think it's because they get into it with people and they start cursing, using profanity, and it becomes a very, it almost seems like we're promoting hateful behavior here. And that's why we got to be careful with that, guys. Like seriously, that's what I'm saying.
It's horrible that you need to have the ability to make everybody think that you are correct and everybody else is wrong. No, we are human. We are not perfect. We are evolving still to this day to be able to become something better. Sadly, all these things have caused wars and have generated weapons of mass destruction that have very bad consequences, and at the end of the day, we need to figure. I mean, I have nothing to benefit from Palestinians being freed and given their land, but I can see the process happening right now is horrible. It's a colonization process, and it's something that shouldn't happen. If Hamas would have existed here in America, 500 years ago, things would be a lot different. So I am for Palestinians being free. I am not for what they believe in because it's just as bad as what the other side believes in. But at least I can see that one side has a lot of power and is abusing that power. People should have access to water. People should have access to medical supplies, and that's horrible that they're doing that. It's like the Jewish, not the Jewish, but those Israelites over there in control are taking a play out of the playbook of the people that did that to them a long time ago.
Yeah. So I did a few live streams. I spent several hours. I think I did a 14-hour long live stream, a couple of them that were pretty long, right after the Hamas attacks. But I'm trying to stay away from that topic because we have so many issues within the Native community, Indigenous community, the American Indian community, the what labels you guys want to put it, the original people of this hemisphere, the Nawa, the Lakota, the Dene, the Apache, all the tribes that are here, all the nations that are here, in Turtle Island, Anahuac, Pachamama, this region here. And nobody's talking about us. Nobody's talking about the missing of indigenous women, the genocide that continues, the terrible things that we're going through as indigenous people. No country. Nope. But I do know that Palestine, believe it or not, even though they're going through a crazy moment right now, they do have the, Egypt backing them up, Lebanon, Yemen, Iran, Turkey, and with Turkey, they have part of the United Nations, or the NATO backing them up. But who backs us up as indigenous people? Like who comes out and fight when we're in a situation where, and I stand in solidarity with the brothers out there. I stand in solidarity with many brothers and sisters regarding their situations in their communities. And so if a tribe their treaties being violated, their land is being destroyed, whatever the reason, then, I'm going to stand with them. Even if I'm not of those tribes, even they're still my relatives, and I'm going to stand with them, and nobody else is. And this is what I'm saying. Like, we need more attention in our communities. That's the only reason I kind of stay away from that topic. We need to show awareness
of how many treaties have been broken, how many treaties have been violated, how many treaties have been taken for granted, and we need to wake people up to the fact that we are here, we exist, we've been here, we're not going anywhere.
Thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna open a show, a 2 minute. Is 2 minutes good for you guys?
Manny, I'm gonna drop down, but thank you for having me up.
For sure, man. Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you. His name, and that's why he got banana, because he kept doing it. Stukh, Sutekh. I'll type it in the comments so you can.
Yeah, do that for me, because let me see who it is. Because again, bro, I came over here to just expand. Sutekh. Okay, you type Sutekh. Okay.
Sutekh. There you go. I just put it in the comments there.
All right, so I am familiar with him, and I'll go back and look at this, man. But again, man, as somebody that's a little bit of an elder, as y'all can see, and I'm not, I'm only trying to talk a little wisdom on my side so that we can all move along. But you know, again, we all warriors, we're all men, and the fight is what it is. But we don't have to go at each other because we do have a common enemy, and I'm gonna leave it right there.
And all I ask people have proof. Have proof. When you about to come up here and lie on me, have the proof.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little show, a 2-minute thing, so everybody gets a little chance to speak. Some people want to share some words real quick. Everybody will get a chance. So let's go ahead and just roll this real quick, and let me modify it to. Is 1 minute good or 2 minutes?
2 minutes is fine.
We'll do 2 minutes then. All right. So just gonna go random. We'll see what pops.
Again, thank you, Manny, and the panel, and everybody that's listening in the chat. Again, I'm not here on any bullshit. I'm coming to you guys live and direct. What you see is what you get. I am a person who is out and seeking the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. I cannot stand liars. There are other categories of people that I hate immensely. But I know that our communities have a parallel history, intersectional history, and I want to get to that versus allowing pro and tel quo people who want to be chaotic and cause confusion to come amongst our communities and continue to sow division and widen that wedge between us. I'm here for that. I don't run away from it. I'm running to it. And I invite anybody to visit my panel. And if you ever see me on anybody else's live, all you're going to get is the unadulterated truth from me. I'm not here to lead or misuse my voice. I want to tell the truth about the African American and African Holocaust. I believe in history. I believe in science. I'm not one of those guys that have any religious affiliations, beliefs, or any of these things that I cannot prove. And that's just who I am. So if you want to challenge me on it, cool. If you want to listen to some of the things that I promote, it's all positivity. And I'm here for this. I want us to be better people. My grandmother always said, leave the world a better place than you found it. And I'll land right there.
Thank you. Courtney, go ahead.
I don't really have anything else to say. He pretty much said, you know what I mean.
What's this do? No, that's gonna kick you out. You want to sing a song for us? No. I don't. Last time I messed with this, and it cut off the whole show again. So I'm just gonna let it roll. Whatever you want to share with us, Are you cool with Josh too? I have to ask you that, Courtney. I'm just curious.
Like I said, I wasn't on that live, so I don't really know what happened that started the chaos. But I mean, everybody has valid points. But at the end of the day, throwing around, different names and it's not really resolving anything between neither one of the communities. So I just don't. I don't know what it's really trying to prove. I don't know why we continue to divide. I just feel that Manny, for your platform, and it's just as well as his, is that moving forward, deal with the people, deal with the folks who's about moving forward, and anyone else who doesn't agree with that, they can be left behind. We don't have time to try to prove points to everyone who wants to disagree. If you don't agree, just simply stay off one another's platforms. There's no sense to being combative to one another, arguing about a bunch of nonsense. It's not really resolving anything or the issues that we have in our communities at all. If you're not standing with us to move forward, then just be left behind and let it go.
You see, just like now you're all invited here. Nobody's insulting you. There's nothing negative going on. Every time I join Josh's live, he lets people run me down, curse
All right,
at me, slander me.
here's my 2 minutes. It started. My 2 minutes
Go ahead.
started.
Go ahead.
Thank you for giving me a chance to speak. What you're going to see today is that no one has any proof as to any of their allegations that they're saying. What they're going to show you is little clips of something that I said, but they're not going to show what those people said to me first. When I got on this app and on this particular stuff about 5 months ago, it started with Native Americans calling me the N-words, giving me death threats to my daughter, putting all kinds of crazy DMs, just been harassing me for months, and I fight back. So yeah,
what Native people did that
can
to
I
you? So
finish?
we know.
I know.
Yeah.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Yeah.
So when Native Americans come and call me the N-word, put gorillas, send all these crazy messages to me, they come to my live. Have you bet? They come to my live. So when I respond, they get mad. I'm not going to let anyone slap me, and I'm not going to respond. I fight back, and no one can fault me for that. So what you're going to hear is a lot of the people that don't like me, they're going to come up here. Josh did this. Show the proof and show what actually happened. I respond. I own up to my shit. Yeah, when y'all go low, I go low too. That's just what I want to do.
Names, bro.
Give you a what?
A couple of names of people that call you the N-word and have gorilla.
Josiah, Nuke Keek, the one that lied and said that I was involved in an attempt on the living. It's just, this has been months of this stuff. I've been harassed for months by Native Americans on this app. Kentucky has been harassed for months by Native Americans on that. This isn't just something new. This has been 5 months of harassment. 5 months of harassment.
So I know Nugget used to always allow you guys to go in and share on your platform. He gave you guys a space, and that's why I parted ways with him. I don't get why he's supposedly threatened you guys when I
Not
parted
me.
ways
I'm not with those other people. That's what everybody keeps trying to lump me. I do my own thing. I have my live, and everyone gets a voice. But other than that, you rarely ever.
It's all good. We'll end the show after this, and we'll have an open dialogue. Go ahead, Digital. How's it going?
It's going good. So what I will say, because I'm not afraid to lose people on here, because in my real life, I do the same thing. Nobody can tell me what coward means, right? But I want y'all to research coward. Research the definition, because when Manny asked several people, are you on Josh's side? Are you on so-and-so's side? Everyone says, well, I just wasn't part of that live, and I'm not going to give my 2 cents, and we should all move forward. But nobody wants to say, Josh, you are wrong from the get-go to marginalize people, to cause lies in the community of the Native community. I've heard you for about a year. You have said they're dirty. You have said their reservations are trash. You have said, I don't abide by their rules. You even said that you don't claim it. But now you're talking about you claim this, you claim that, and yet you don't own up to your mistake. So how can you expect anybody to respect you in the Native community? You know, you come at people sideways, and then you say, my husband is Native. What does that got to do with you being hateful? What does that got to do with you being racial? You discriminate people who are of Native American background. And then you get your people online and bully Manny because you don't give him a chance to talk. Manny has proof of what you've said over and over. Yeah, he has a husband, but that's not the point here. I'm not concerned what he has. What I'm saying, he uses his husband as a prop. Oh, my husband's Native. Da 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 da.
Go ahead, Star.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Josh. I've only known and seen you a few times on here. And the only thing I see that you're saying a lot of things about my Native American family. If you want to be in the community like you want to be, you got to stop harassing my brothers and my sisters. I mean, it's really awful to what I've sit back and seen on some of your videos. And threatening some of my brothers and sisters is a no-go. And these are the things I've sit back and seen. I've been really quiet, just watching things on this app since I've been on here. And, you know, you violate their privacy by putting them on YouTube. Yes, you violate a right there by putting their faces on YouTube. That's against the law. I don't know if you know that or not, but what you need to do is sit down and think about things, because to be welcome in a community, you can't gush people down. And that's what you've done to my brothers and sisters since I've seen all I've seen. You've caused much harm physically, mentally, and physically. And you need to stop what you're doing. You need to stop right where you're at and stop doing what you're doing. There's no sense in any of this happening. This is not what you call united, when you sit back and you cause people mental and physical harms and violating their private rights by putting them on YouTube. That's violating private rights right there. So you need to stop in your tracks and figure out what you want to do without violating other people. Take yourself down. Don't take other people with you. All you got to do is sit back and say, hey, let's work things out. Let's all become a community, instead of putting my brothers and sisters down. There's 99% of the earth has got Native Americans on it.
Hey Josh, I just want to say like one thing. Like, I want an apology actually from you. I don't feel like that message you sent me was really clearing up anything. But I remember going live with you, and I was talking about this video I have on my email right here. And yes, it's clipped because my phone it's a whole minute. Not gonna do that, but you let these people openly say certain things that like will get you like bananaed if you let you say certain stuff like that. So on that note, I wouldn't let people say certain things or have an open mind, but you can have an open mind, but like, let's use critical thinking here. Okay. Saying racist stuff to Manny, like saying he's part of the cartel and that's why Donald Trump should have built the wall. That wasn't cute. And letting your people get out on that live was not cute. And then your concern with me out of nowhere was, where is my importance in this whole situation, right? Since I'm not indigenous and stuff like that. But I don't like racist stuff, period. So I'll call it out anytime of the day. Simple as that. But the fact that I told you my boyfriend was Mexican, and then you said, oh, you should leave him and find a black brother. And I find that like really offensive, because I'm just like, why does that matter? Like, why does that matter? Why do I have to find a black man? Anyways, but and you also said that I don't know my black roots, and that's really offensive too. But I actually had to find myself, literally. So I wouldn't like want you to say that if you know nothing about me. So
We love black women.
that's what I want to say, Josh. Like I learned how to do my hair recently. Like this was years of dead hair. Learned how to do it. No more Cancun, baby. No more Cancun.
What's up, seeing you, Jaden? Native mamas, how's it going?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to really go off on Josh because we all know how he is, but I do appreciate, everybody coming together and talking for once. I haven't been in a live yet where they've done that, and it's encouraging. I seen a young lady post on, I think it was Portnam's live, where she said, are we going to ever come together? And everybody was like, no, I don't think so. And I was like, yes, we have to. I mean, whether they like it or not, there's half Native, half Black people out there that are wanting to reconnect with the Native side, and all this division and all this negative stuff is just deterring them away from that. And I don't like that at all, because I have family the same. So, I don't want to go on spaces where it's ugly like that. I just jumped into this one because I thought that was just rude. You guys were doing really good, and then Josh comes in with the junk. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, because I know they want to know. They want to know more about our people and more about our ways. But the only way we're ever gonna be open about it is if you guys come respectfully. Until then, we'll have our guards up, and that's just only because we want to protect, who we are. We don't want people making fun of us. We don't want people, misusing anything we do or misconstruing anything we say. We want to teach, but we just don't want you all to make fun of it or anything like that. You got to come in a positive and, respectful way. And that's all I have to say. I mean, honestly, I respect everybody. Until they rub me the wrong way, then I'll rub them back the wrong way, but, or I'll just ignore them. Either way. Oh, and Black First, I like you. I like your content.
So right now the show part ended. I wanted to share. Whoever gets on the big screen now, it's going to be an open conversation. But whoever gets on the big screen, you can talk. So I just had a question for Josh. You said I'm part of a cartel, man.
Did I say that? Why does everybody keep fucking lying on me? God damn, y'all can't stop lying on me.
No, Manny, that's the video I sent you. He was his live. He was hosting, and it was these two girls, which one of them actually was on live that I got with Josh. He was on there, but she was the one. There was one girl saying build the wall, and then the other girl was saying that's why natives and Mexicans bring terror to neighborhoods and stuff like that. I had the video right here. So it's the one I sent you.
You play it?
You won't. I had it up for a reason because Josh was asking for arguments. And I'm not saying, Josh, this is your words, but like when you let people say certain things, Josh, like it's like
you want no free speech. You don't want people to have a voice.
Like racist, and I'm letting them. If I walk up to a table, right?
This is TikTok. Everyone gets to talk.
No, if I was with a group of people, right, and I go sit with these Yahtzees, right? There's 12 Yahtzees sitting at the table, right? If I walk up there, now there's 13 Yahtzees, because the fact that you let certain people say certain things and have the same mindset, it's automatically assumed that you think the same thing. So this is how
I'm not going to police adults and their voices. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to limit people's conversations.
So Josh, this goes
I'm
back.
not an adult, but I'm 20 years old.
Yes, Josh, this is kind of tripped out because you guys always try to put it on me if someone says something inappropriate on my live stream, but now you're not trying to take accountability for your live stream. You're kind of.
There's nothing for me to take accountability for. We're all adults. You put stuff on your background. You talk about black people all the time.
I don't talk about black people.
You put Africa on the back of your screen, and you make fun of. I got stuff from you too, Manny. Stop playing games,
we don't make fun of black people.
Stop lying. You make fun of black people all the time, and people know it.
Okay, you're gonna have to show us the proof of that. Where I'm making fun of black people.
Any recordings of you, bro? Stop lying.
Then show me, bro. Non-edited videos.
Why'd you have?
Show the proof of where those guys were threatening him.
Africans on your background talking about. You had people talking about the penis sizes of Africans. I have that recording, man.
A black person, bro.
It don't matter. You hosted those panels, so don't try to call the kettle black when you do the same thing.
What the heck?
Listen, man. Calm down with all that nonsense, bro. We'll correct it if it needs to be.
Same thing, Manny. Stop lying.
Okay, so
everything dropped today.
Jaden, go ahead.
Anyways, I can play the video now, Josh, without you interrupting me. Okay, by the way, it was her saying the Hispanics bring problems to the communities, and then it was her right here saying that's why Donald Trump is building the wall.
Yeah, but those are two black races. Wait. Before you play it, those are people that we do not agree with whatsoever, Jaden. Those are two people. Naturalistic. We do not agree with them whatsoever. Yeah, that's Naturalista.
That's
Natural's. I know it, but that's Natural's. That's Natural's wife and Wise one, which is a Moor, and we don't agree with anything they say. But again, Josh has kicked me off his live on plenty of occasions because he does not agree with 100% of the stuff that I say, and that's why I do give him that respect, because he will let you come up and have what he calls your one-on-one with whomever you have a disagreement with. And shit gets said. But those two people right there, I have no respect for them. None. Neither one of them. And both of them.
We're going to do this show thing again. We're going to do the show thing, and everybody. So if you want to share your piece on that, so everybody gets a chance to speak again. So Black
Again, there are, and Manny, you and I touched on this before it got here. I really was trying to leave. I just wanted to have a couple of questions if anybody had any questions before it got to this point. But just as you spoke early, Manny, on people that you don't deal with from your community, brother. We have the same thing going on in our community, right? Just to give y'all a little bit of a historic perspective, since the emancipation of Africans and African Americans in this country, we have been plagued with extremist ideologies, right? And a lot of the reasons that these things were prevalent in our community was because, as free people now, right, we didn't know anything about this this land, this world. And then we had people who looked like us that we trusted to step up and be leaders. We propped them up and we gave them the opportunity to lead us, but they actually led us astray, even worse than what some of our ancestors experienced while they were in slavery. So now we have, like you said, the Afrocentrists. We have some really bad characters, and I think that that's a part of all of our communities. The thing is, I would implore all of y'all. I would challenge all of y'all to just do a little bit more research on the African American history after emancipation, and maybe that'll give you a little bit more insight onto why we have people who think the way that they think, just as we've done for your community in educating ourselves in regards to y'all.
I totally do agree with Black First. I think it's the miseducation and why other people of races don't understand exactly where Black people are coming from. I don't agree with going on platforms, as far as being disrespectful to one another, especially if you don't have all the facts. I don't follow Josh. I'm not on his platform. I don't watch his video, so I couldn't put my input on that. If any of the things that he did say to offend anyone on this platform, I don't agree with, he does have to check that. And no, he can't control everybody on his platform. But I think what everyone is saying is that whatever happened on that live stream, Josh, it's up to you to be the more bigger person and speak out about it and let people know where their wrongs are. If you do not agree with people were saying on that platform, then speak out about it. Don't just sit there and allow people to say any and everything that they want to say about people and not correct what's going on your live. But that's all I have to say about it. I don't really have anything. I agree with Black
Courtney,
First. And
I was on the live stream, Courtney, real quick with you since you brought it up real fast. And that's what all they were talking about. Manny, you're allowing people in your life to say this and that and be hateful.
you can't do that.
Exactly.
You can't do
But
that. Don't allow people.
He's trying to be all cool, saying that he has no control, that people can speak. But they were trying to drag me with that shit over. I'm like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, it don't make sense that he's trying to tell me don't do this, but then he's doing it and he's trying to say it's okay.
Yeah, that tick for tack stuff, just because someone else does something on their live doesn't mean that you have to be that person. You got to be the bigger person. You got to stand for what's right, Josh. Whatever happened on that live,
Look, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I'm not apologizing for shit. I'm not. You're never gonna get an apology on me because I'm gonna stand on what I say. If you start something with me, I'm going to finish it. If you try to drag me, I'm gonna drag you all the way to fucking hell. That's just how I am.
What did I ever start with you, Josh?
It ain't nothing gonna start with me. I'm gonna leave it just like that. If you come at me, I'm gonna come at you.
Ain't nobody go at you, bro.
That's just how it's gonna work. I'm not gonna bend down to natives. If you gonna come say something to me, I'm gonna respond. You may not like my response. Hey, that's life. Don't start something with someone when you're not ready for the response. Don't come starting shit with me, and I won't have to drag your ass to Tartarus. It's that simple. Leave me the fuck alone. Stay out of my lives. Y'all come to my lives, then y'all go talk about me. Y'all kept coming to my space. I wasn't coming to your space.
Lying. Stop lying.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Nobody's chasing you, bro. You keep putting photos of me on your live streams all the time. We got the receipts for that.
Because you're talking shit about
Nobody
me.
talks about
Yes, you were,
you.
Manny. Stop
I don't even
lying,
know you. I
man.
don't even know what account
People
you
got you
have.
recorded. Stop fucking lying.
Then show us.
If y'all,
Go
if
ahead,
y'all
bro.
would, if y'all will leave me the fuck alone and stay out of my spaces, you would have no problems. So if you
Nobody's
start with
talking
me,
about you,
if you
Josh. Not
start
on
with
my end,
me,
at least. Not
if
me.
you
Not
start
here.
with me, I'm going to drag you to Tartarus, and I'm not apologizing for defending myself. Don't say shit to me, and I won't
That's
say shit to
fine.
you.
Just don't
But
use
just
my
like this,
photos,
this
Josh.
digital lady, just like this racist digital lady that was with Grammy Bear and sending me the N words and nooses. Fuck that digital bitch, because she was sending me the N word and nooses with Grammy Bear. So fuck her.
I gotta drop him because he's being disrespectful. I told him no profanity because then my life is taking risk of getting dropped. Go ahead, Digital.
There is no truth to that. I basically, most of my life, I have African American people on it. So we're not going to believe lies, but I'll tell you this much. On his live 2 weeks ago, he did say he was hateful towards natives. He says, I don't like the fact that they owned us. This is his words. I don't like the fact that natives owned us as people at one time. And somebody was on there saying, well, you can't help what history has. That's not their fault. You were fleeing from slavery. So Josh hates the fact that Native Americans owned his people, and he is revengeful, which to this day, we're both facing certain discriminations, brown or black people. But for him to sit there and say he hates natives because of that and then claims his grandmother was a native, there's no proof of that. Somebody said he invented that image. That lady is wearing a wig, and that's not even a native woman. Now, you have to research to find the truth of this. Manny is not racist. His lives have never been about racism. Actually, Josh is the one who put chimpanzees and a picture of Manny, or not a picture of Manny, but a picture of natives side by side, saying, oh, natives are chimpanzees, which is false. And he took it out on Mexicans saying, well, I don't like them either because they also enslaved us. So he hates white people and he hates Mexicans and he hates.
I ended the show because it looks like it was just Josh being here that was hard for all of us to speak. So yeah, it's open conversation. Go ahead if anybody wants to reply to Digital.
Well, I wanted to say something too. I also heard Josh say that he doesn't want to be a part of our community. He never wanted to be a part of our community. This was all for likes and laughs and all that stuff. That's all it was for what he was doing. He's pretty much putting one community against another community. That's why when Black First is following him to his journey and stuff, follow someone that really wants to be. Because honestly, he doesn't. He's never have. He does not like natives, and he already said he don't want to be a part of this community. Follow Kentucky. I feel like she's being genuine. Josh, no. But
it's funny how he doesn't talk about Sutek, Josh. You want to say that Digital's racist, but you didn't bring up Sutek right now, and you were on that live, and I got the receipts right there. Sutek kept calling me ninja, the N-word, multiple times. I'm like, bro, why are you doing this? He's like, because I can. I'm like, I'm not a black person, so why is she calling me the N-word? And on top of that, he also said, it smells like fried chicken here. You see, he went like, oh, look at all the black people, it smells like fried chicken here. He said that. I'm like, why would you say that, bro?
The other day, he said, look at this room, it smells like chicken grease. And people are like, hey, why are you talking that way of your own people? He was tripping.
I got something to say because I just want to make this clear. Because I want to make this clear to everyone on this platform. Everybody that's black don't like chicken, okay? And so that's stereotyping right there.
That's what
everybody black don't like watermelon. Everybody black don't wear gangs of grease in their hair. Everybody black don't use the N-word. And in the N-word, if you need to educate yourself, the word means ignorant. And anybody can be ignorant. I don't even know why even my group of people even use it amongst each other. It's a very ignorant word. It's a slogan that's been used for so long. You got to stop grouping us in these categories that every black person is an N. Every black person
and I'm going to tell you something, Corbin, you are so right.
You are so right. My neighbors are African American, right?
No, you need
And
to stop
hold on,
talking
wait
about
a
my
minute.
grandmother. She is
I'm
not
gonna
a
tell you this.
woman in a
Hold on.
wig. My
Hold
Oh
on.
my
grandmother is
I'm gonna tell you this.
indigenous.
Oh
You need to
I'm
Lord.
stop
not
talking about
done.
my
Drop
goddamn
him.
I'm not
grandmother.
talking about you.
We're
No,
having a
digital.
fight.
I'm
Josh,
talking about
Just drop
digital.
him.
I'm
Josh.
talking about digital
I'm
fat
talking
ass. She a
about.
Please
fat
drop
white
him.
I'm
woman.
talking.
Want
But
to talk
Hey,
about
Matt,
an
you
indigenous
making it
woman? You
about
about
fat
how?
white.
Why don't you tell them
Just
about
drop him.
how?
but
Don't let him.
Josh,
Yeah,
I was
don't let
telling
him
Courtney,
disrespect the females.
my
Don't let him
neighbors are
disrespect
African
them.
American, and
what
they
is
love
that is
But
about?
look, hey,
they
hey,
love
hey,
atonement and
hey,
they love
hey, hey,
tacos.
Manny, excuse me, y'all.
So
Excuse
not
me,
every
real quick.
African American likes KFC. That's a
Yeah,
false. That's a fallacy. Go
Y'all
ahead.
digital,
stereotyping
digital.
us all
Hold
together, and
hold
that's
up,
the
y'all.
problem. Y'all got to stop grouping that. And
Yeah,
every
hold up.
time the term the N word comes around, y'all say, "Well, I'm." And many, I'm not saying this against you. I'm just saying that I know when you just mentioned the N word, you mentioned that I'm not black. Why am I being called this? That is not. I know that that has been used against black people, but don't group us all together with that word either, because I don't accept that. It's a word,
Yeah.
So
and
sister
Now, if
Courtney, I'm
Josh
not
needs to talk to me,
real
I'm here.
quickly.
We can talk if we need to. But I will tell you this, Josh. You are derogatory towards Native, so you claim your grandma is great Native. I don't believe it because you once even said you were doing this for views. So what is true, right? Tell us what is true.
Yep.
I mean, I think we all. I
oh,
think we
and Manny,
all.
this is no disrespect to
Hold up,
you at
Courtney.
all.
Hold up, Courtney. Hold
No,
up,
I
Courtney,
get you
please.
guys. It's just like
Hold
I
up,
said.
Courtney,
He
please.
he called me that word not because he thinks I'm his boy. He was calling me that. He was angry, and he kept saying the N word at me. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And how come nobody's calling him out on it? He's like, that ain't that's not a negative thing to say for me because I'm black. I'm like, nah, bro, but I'm not. So why you calling me? Why you keep calling me the N word? You want me to say it back to you or something? Because I ain't gonna do it because I already know that not all black people approve of that word. Not all
Right.
melanated people appreciate that word, especially on a social platform like this. And then that's when he said prior to that, or I think after that, he's like, can you see? And then he's like, it's all fried chicken here. And he's African. His name is Sutek. You can find him Sutekh, Sutek, and he's banana right now. Because I'm like, bro, like you just threw a slur, and you just said that every black person here eats fried
Hmm.
chicken, bro. You did, and
But hey,
everybody
Is
Manny,
else
hey,
is there
Manny,
two of
Manny.
them?
Let me
wow.
say this. Let me
Yeah,
say
go
this.
ahead. Go ahead.
Again, I promise you, my brother, it
Yeah.
was not my intention to come over here and bring everything that has followed. I want you to know that I am a lone wolf. I came to you because I know that you have a powerful voice. I don't want it to continue to permeate like it is. So I am going to remove myself. But please, Manny, feel free to DM me. And then you and I can have, just try to figure out how we can, again, put this shit to rest. If not, it is what it is. You're a fighter. I have
Nah, we
nothing
good, bro.
against
We
other
good.
fighters. You hear me,
Nah,
brother?
we'll stay in
So
touch, man. We'll stay in touch.
yeah, yeah. So I want to, and it's the same thing for anybody. Stand up for yours. I don't give a fuck. Whoever don't fucking like it, if you could give it, you better be able to take it. And that's just the type of person that I am. But again, I'm more than willing to have these conversations. I know that they're tough, but eventually, I'm hopeful as an older guy to think that one day we can get past this, and our true liberation will be achieved for both of our groups of people. So again, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody on the panel. As y'all can see, I do have my haters in the chat. Midnight Miss. We got a bunch of sellouts on our side too, bro. We got a bunch of these motherfuckers that are lying to our people and leading our people down the wrong path. And those are the real motherfuckers that I'm after of. I just came over here to again let you guys know that stand up for yourself, and I'm cool with it. And we're gonna work it through one way or another.
That's what it is, man. Thank you, Black First. Much love to you, man.
Agree.
Appreciate you being out here sharing your voice with us.
I appreciate
Um,
you, brother.
and like I said, if you guys, I think it's part of it's the BIPOC, the melanated, the melanated, the black community. I don't know, whichever respectful way I can say to you guys to check other people within your own community that's going around calling non-black people the N-word. Like this was in Joshua was there. This was Jazzy's live, and I'm cool with her. Like, I visited her again the next day, and I said, I'm sorry, yesterday's live was heated. It was crazy. It's not, but I went out there respectful. I was respectful in her live, because even though people, I don't know what's going on within the black community, like within themselves, like what beefs they got. Obviously, there's a lot of divisions or groups, things like that. But I told her, like, I just feel like if I see somebody calling someone a word that is very negative to our community, I will call them out and tell them to step down or drop them, or tell them I don't approve of that shit. And everybody was cool with him being that way, using the N-word multiple times against me, and then saying that everybody there smell like fried chicken and he's black.
Wow.
Sutek is
And
his username.
Miseducation.
Yeah, and nobody called them out on it, Courtney. Nobody called them out, Jaden.
Is there two of them? Is there two of them?
Look, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna show you guys legitimately how his username looks. You guys can go look it up. I think he's banana right now. But here, let me flip my phone so you guys can have an idea, because this is crazy, and nobody called them out on it, and everybody's there. Let me remove my filter real quick. This guy right here.
It's Sudatech. Sudatech?
Suda.
Oh, so okay. Yeah. So it's not this. There's two. I mean, almost same spellings though.
Right there. Can you guys see it? Sutekh.
Is he part of that syndicate?
Syndicate?
Is he a part of the syndicate? Yeah. Port City and all them? That's not him, right?
I don't know. I don't follow Josh or Sudatech.
No. Port City and them are pretty much the ones that are they're trying to basically debunk pretendians, and from the African side of point of view, not natives, but their side, which is pretty cool. I like their lives. They're very educational.
Some of them side with Josh. Some of the natives do. I know I wasn't alive the other day. I got booted from a native live because I was calling out Josh. So it just depends on who you're talking to. But I don't approve of anything he's done. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to say let's find peace. I'm not built with that cloth. I am not from that cloth. I hail from Mesoamerica. We are built with a different type of cloth. I'm not going to sit there and allow it. It is not okay. It never will be okay. I don't care what you say. It will never be okay to be racist to Mexican or Native. Period. End of story.
And vice versa.
And vice versa.
Yeah. Even racist to African Americans. I don't tolerate it. Hell no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree, Manny. You shouldn't have been attacked on this platform. Someone should have spoken out, but there is disrespect in my own community amongst each other. So there's definitely there's some issues and some problems there, especially if you're supposed to be about the black empowerment, and here you are throwing out these stereotypical, the stereotyping your own people.
Can you mute your microphone? I don't want to hear the domestic violence in the background.
What the fuck was that?
What the hell?
Yeah, I heard it too. But in those lives that I have been in, I've seen where black people are attacking each other, and I'm a black person speaking that I have seen it. So we do it to our own community of people. So trust me, I get it. I understand it. It was disrespectful, and I don't agree to it as a black person.
I don't see the big deal though. You always gonna have these type of people come around and, trolling, and, they just, you always gonna have these type of people. I don't know what's the big deal about it though. Why we just don't block them, just move on about it, man? Why we just don't,
What he said. I agree on that. When there's negative people coming in, when they're having a civilized conversation like we're doing right now, and then say what Josh did, should have been automatically dropped. Boom. We don't need that type of energy at all.
So,
especially since we're trying to get along.
So one thing I like to do, and this is maybe I got to work on this. I will. I dropped them earlier on. I always think that people will rethink what they're talking about and avoid being dropped again. But he came back in hot and talking all this and all that, and you guys said it. everybody here, you guys said, let's drop them. Because then they go to their lives. I'm going to tell you guys, he'll go to his live stream and say, look, I was there and they dropped me. They don't want me to share my voice and blah, blah, blah. So I make sure that everybody can hear how he's expressing themselves. So I don't have to be dragged again. And he put a photo of me on his live stream and try to start shit again, because that's what he does. He'll always, I have receipts on so many times, like it'd be 3 a.m. and people message me, hey Manny, Josh put a photo of you again on his live stream. I'm like, why does he keep doing this? Like, I don't even talk about him. Like, I don't even know I don't even know the accounts he has. Like, I had people tell me, oh, that's him and that's him. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, I don't even, like, I brought him up here right now. I didn't even know it was him. Someone said it's Josh. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have nothing against him other than, like, why does he keep putting up my photos? Like, I'm not doing nothing to him. I don't talk about him. You guys can all speak for yourselves on your experience with Josh. Some people are okay with him. Most people know that he's not holding the people in his live streams accountable for the racism, the racial slurs that they throw. And I have the receipts here to prove it. You know, so I don't know what's his name, Sleeping Wolf said to him. I wish, Sleeping Wolf could join the live stream if he could. I know he's been here before. He's a moderator here on my live stream. But I haven't talked to him lately. Now he's saying that Nugget, I'm sorry. How do you say it, Washu? How do you say his name properly? I apologize. I always get it.
It's pronounced Nokaet.
Nokaet. Okay.
There you go.
I'm gonna write it and then I fucking forget. I don't usually say, but
you said it just perfect too. So everybody, he is now world champ.
There you go. So Nakaed, and then he said that Nakaed threatened him, and also that what's his name? Josiah, Nakaed's brother. What's his name, Washu?
Nakaed's brother. You mean Joyaya?
Joyaya, yeah, Joyaya. Okay. So he said that he threatened him too, and that's why he goes at him, and that they've been threatening him and his daughter. And that don't make no sense to me, because I'm like, the reason I parted ways with Nokaet is because he did a live stream where he welcomed the ethnocentrics, Be For All and them. He welcomed ethnocentrics to join his live stream, and he gave them a space to share their voice there. So I was like, bro, I'm being threatened, I'm being bullied. There's people that are being threatened right now, doxed by these people, and you're cool with them. So for him to say that he came out here and that he's hateful and telling them this and that don't make no sense to me, because Noko
Where's the receipts?
Yeah,
where's the receipts?
Go ahead.
I said, where's the receipts? I haven't seen anything. Has he shown anything?
I didn't see any receipts by Joshua or Josh. I'm sorry,
yeah,
by John.
Me either.
Have you guys seen any receipts posted where Noka Ed or Johiah threatened Josh? Because I ain't seen none. Anybody, if you guys want to share, have you guys seen just no, yes, no on the comments or here on the panel? Because I didn't see none. I love your cat, Jaden.
I heard Native Americans had like experience with UFOs and stuff. That true?
Their stories, bro. I'm gonna just tell you real quick on my story. I don't know. I'll let people share their story. There's a place called El Cerro de la Estrella, the Mound of the Star, where they said there used to be a ship that used to go there, an alien ship, and it gave us seeds and it seeded people. But I guess
times way doing other things, Josh. They're not concerned with you.
Yeah, they like bathtubs and chainsaws.
Yeah, they've got 50 billion G's and about 100 accounts. So Josh, don't even try it.
Yeah. So talking like that is not good for anybody, you know, because again, you're dragging things from the outside into a social platform that has nothing to do with the real world. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense that he would say dumb things like that. So I'm not going to even waste my time too much with that, with him on that. He's only making himself look bad. And I think the communities are watching. People who used to support him are also not being too attracted to what he's saying, because he's contradicting himself. He comes out and says digital's this and this and that, talking all this shit. And he's out there okay with people. Literally, that guy Sutak was saying it smells like fried chicken here, like telling me like this is all black, it ain't none of you. I'm like, bro, you just threw a slur at the black community here, your own people, and everybody's okay with this shit. Like, I'm like, I don't even know how the fuck people, like, I couldn't comprehend it.
Manny, they do this. I'm just speaking for the black community. I have been on platform. This is the first platform I've been on where no one's yelling and screaming. The other platforms I've been on with my people, and I must say, they can be very ignorant. The people who are holding those platforms, the people who are in there speaking, they do disrespect each other, and it's the truth. I'm sorry, I have to call my people out on that because it does happen. There's nothing but screaming and chaos, arguments. Like, you are the first platform, well, you and Ricardo's platform that I have been on, that everybody's having a conversation. They're getting their points across without the chaos or calling out each other's names and all that other stuff. It does happen. I see it all the time. They don't care who they disrespect. Those black people, separate from others. It ain't all of us, but them, yes, they do. They don't care who they disrespect. They disrespect everyone, including their own. And it's a lot of it has to do with self-hate. They don't care. They just want to have a platform. They just want the likes. They just want to, be combative. They just want to start shit. They don't have nothing else to do. They just want to put out negativity. That's their whole point of having their platforms. It's to stir up mess.
No, we have the same thing in our community too, but we try. I think we're coming to the point where we're trying to just chill on that, because once bad energy gets going, man, it's hard to stop. It's just gotta kick it out of your lives, keep your energy that way.
I'm gonna say this from what I've seen. She's not wrong.
A true Native group because, the way I came into this group, you guys, Manny said for me to come in. He thought I was Josh for some reason, but because I guess this is the first time you guys saw me in the live. But the way I came in is the way our people are. I came in with a prayer. I blessed everybody before I even started speaking. I spoke in my language first, and then I addressed the group. And as indigenous people, or I'll say Native people, because I don't like that term anymore either. But as Native people, we always bless each other. We put that good medicine out first. And you could tell immediately, the first time I saw one of Josh's lives, I popped on. I said, oh, here's a Native live. It took me, 33 seconds to realize, wait a second, this is just racism. And so I had to leave it alone. So when I saw this one, and I've been into this group maybe 5 times. This is the first time I've ever spoke. But I listen. It took me time. I want to really know what is going on. What are we really doing here? But I'm glad to see you young people talking. And again, doing it in a respectful way. That's who we are as our people. And I want to say this one thing real quick. On Josh's platform, he has something against Mexican people. I don't know what that is. I am a native of Turtle Island. I happen to be in an area that is recognized now as Long Island, New York. Mm-hmm. A lot of people talk about being Native or American Indian, or we are the people of the Stony Shore. That's who we are if we refer to ourselves. We don't refer to ourselves as necessarily Indian or anything like that. Those are European and colonizer names. They thought they were going somewhere else. We're recognized by who we call ourselves. And I want to say this one thing. From Canada to Chile, we are the same people of different groups, but we are the same. Not any of these colonizers, not the Dutch, not the English, not the Portuguese, or any of them. It is all of us. We are one. We don't recognize the border at Canada, and we don't recognize the border at Mexico, South and Central America. We are one. And I just wanted to say that.
Thank you for sharing that, Yeez 565. Thank you, appreciate you, man. I don't know Josh at all, guys, to be honest with you. Like, respectfully, like, that's what I told him here. I'm like, I don't even know you. Like, I never talk about you. I don't talk about him other than when people say, hey, Manny, like, this guy's posting a photo of you. on his live. And I'm like, why is he doing that? So I pop up and then he invites me right away. Like, he don't even wait for me. As soon as it's like he's waiting for my name to show. And as soon as they see me, they invite me. And then I'm there and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And he's like quiet. And it's just other people attacking me. And they're all ethnocentrics, most of them, like almost everybody. So I'm like, you say you're not an ethnocentric, that have indigenous, then you know who you are, your roots, but you sympathize with ethnocentrics.
Well, that's what's his motive, is to get you on there to be attacked. That's what it sounds like to me. Well, he knows there's issues amongst the black and brown community, and not all of us have issues amongst each other, but there are the ones that from both communities that's not willing to move forward, that have issues. And it sounds like to me that was his motive, Manny, is to get you on there so that you can be attacked by people who obviously have an issue with themselves internally and issues outside of the community of blacks.
True that. I hate trying to make myself like I need to run away from, like, I'm always like, I'm guided by the truth, and my heart, my heart says, you know what? There's going to be people there that maybe one or two, and that, 60, 50, 40 or 80 amount of people in his live stream there. I don't know how many people are on there sometimes, but I'm like, maybe one of them will hear me out and know that we're not here to create division. And when they invite me, I join because I'm like, I don't hate him. Like, I don't hate him as a person. I don't hate anybody in the black community like, if I saw him on the street, I want to be like, oh, there goes this person. Like, I don't feel like hate is going to register that me, because it's not personal to me. It's just they're going through a process where they're trying to find who they are, and it's our job to try to help them. And if they don't want to learn that they're going to be hateful towards us for trying to help them out, then they just shouldn't get involved with our conversations, tag us, do photos of me on their live stream. They do it all the time. So I'm like, I'm not trying to address you, bro, but you're intentionally trying, like you said, Courtney, you just said, I think he's just trying to drag you into, their lives. So then they go ahead and, try to attack you. But, by the way, guys, for the people here on the panel and people in the comments, if you ain't seen Little Mike and Funny Bone, say what's up to these brothers. Much love to them. I send them a request, but they always busy. But check them out. They be on the show, Raz Dogs, and they're rappers, musicians, just super fun people to hang out with, honorable people in my opinion. So check them out. Little Mike and Funny Bone, they're on the comments here, or they're on the live stream.
Yeah. What's up, Little Mike and Funny Bone?
I sent the invite, but you guys got to get them out here. Everybody's got to type in, jump on the live or jump on the box. Everybody, just so they get motivated to jump in. Go ahead, Washu.
Well, I'm going to try to do something here. I want to say something. First of all, I just watched several, when I looked at your guys' videos that you were showing, and some of the names, and some of those did come in here. They're little constituents, they're little spies. So, and I seen that. So just be observative of the comments if it's related to what you're saying. But every now and then I might pop in and interrupt you. It's not to be rude. It's just that I might need to, make a verbal, verbal representation on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you guys can mute and block Washu, Digital, Legal, and the sister that was up
am I a cop? Oh, I'm a cop. All right. All right.
You guys are sheriffs. You guys all got badges right now. So you guys
I'll be like, spread them, bitch.
You guys know Washu, man. He funny as hell. But yeah, you guys all got badges. So if you see anything weird out there, check out their profiles and do what you got to do. I'll go through my list. I usually go through my list of people that are blocked every once in a while, and I'll unblock them. But if they ask for it, then just pull the trigger on them right now and get them out of the. Do what you got to do. Manage moderator. So there you go. Kaz just popped up. Kaz, you got a badge too. If you see anything weird, just go ahead and block and mute or whatever you need to do. How you been, Kaz?
On somebody's head, bro. Chancla por todas partes. I'm doing good. What's going on? What did I miss out? There's like every time I'm off of TikTok for like a day and a half, I come back and it's like all of TikTok caught fire while I was gone.
No, actually, we had a pretty good live stream here. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but Little Mike and Funny Bone are in the house. If you guys ain't follow them, check them out. They be on Res Dogs. You know, they do rap. They're cool people. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard of them. I'm just trying to, show them some love, show some support to these brothers, honorable people. And I'm happy they're out here showing their support on my live stream too, and with all of us here. It was a really interesting topic today. It's a reminder to the Black community, the melanated community, the BIPOC community throughout the world and here on this platform that we're not here to spread division and target anybody or be anti anything. We're only here to share. If they're going to talk about us in a certain way or misrepresent who we are as an indigenous community, whether you're Olmec, Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cree, Seminole, or any tribe in this hemisphere, if they're being lied upon or someone's trying to frame to be them, we're going to correct them or question that. That's the only thing we do. We're not out here to tell them what they need to identify with or who they
I
need
have
to be.
something.
Yeah,
I
go
have
ahead, Wash.
something. I have something I want to. I don't know where this came from. Somebody got to turn your motherfucking TV down. Anyway, but yeah, somebody said do the Sundance. I just want to know what they mean by that. I don't know what they mean by that, but all of you in here, not to put the guy on blast or anything, I just don't know why he said it and what was his direction.
I think he meant to say the rain
saying
dance.
that?
I think he meant to say the rain dance because Little Mike and Funny Bone, they have a song called the Rain Dance, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or it might be wrong. I don't know. So let's get the answer you.
But rain dance, Sundance, people, we all know what a rain dance and Sundance is. And I don't know if he knows. So maybe he don't really know.
Leader of the pack is a native person. He's been here before, so I'm not sure what he's trying to say with that. But I think he was trying to direct it to Little Mike and Funny Bone. I think he just probably put Sundance instead of rain dance. But I don't know.
Them typos be getting people, man. Them typos.
Somebody just sent you a lot of money, but okay, so yeah, the typo, the misunderstanding or whatever, if you have to retype it again, but I didn't see no retype, but I'm the sheriff here, so yeah, I got handcuffs too.
Fuzzy ones? I want them if they're fuzzy.
Legal just
You
got a
can
bunch
have
of
'em.
coins. That's what she got.
She's
got an admirer
Legal wasn't
out
even
there.
talking.
Legal
She wasn't even talking and got paid.
She better give me my cut. No, I'm kidding, Legal.
Hey, Manny.
She's just sitting there collecting money. Yeah, go ahead, Courtney. What's popping?
Manny, I want to thank you for letting me get on your platform just to speak on the behalf of the Black community and just letting you know that it's not all of us. That's pretty much all I just want to put out there for everyone who's in this live, and I just want to thank you, Manny, for allowing me to join. So,
absolutely, as always,
you, brother.
Courtney, I'm following you. I really see you as.
I don't know who I guess that was Josh Live, but those are just the ignorant bunch. Okay, that, like I said, they ain't all of us, and we have to be responsible for individually for our own communities, and why our communities is damaged and why we have violence in our community. It's insane to me to blame it on other people who are barely in our communities for violence when we are. I don't understand anything from that live that was just shown. So I don't agree with that.
So, sister, what that live was showing was I don't remember the username. What was the user? What was the lady saying that? Yes, we bring violence to the Black community.
Nuka-san. I don't even know. It got a wolf emoji in front of it. I guess that's her in the picture or some AI generated something. But
said we were gangsters.
Yeah.
And there's gangsters in every. If you think about it, you got the Italian mafias. The stories about them. You got cartel. You got us, our community. We've got the Bloods. We had Bloods and Crips. So I really understand what's so what. Everybody has violence in every community. I don't know what was the point of that.
So, Courtney, what she was saying was that the Native American, the indigenous people, or the I don't want to say the term indigenous because I don't want to use the term indigenous because it's known to mean that it's the what is it, dominated people. So I'm trying to step away from that. So we'll say the American Indian or the Native American, whatever other terms. So please, I'm gonna do a video update on this, guys. We'll figure out another thing. Maybe First Nations. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do a live on that. Another way to identify. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Either way, and this is just a way to identify in general. Maybe just the real original people. I don't know. We'll talk about it. But the whole point is that she said that we are going to the black communities because I told her, what about the black on black crime? Like we ain't causing that. But she said, no, it is you guys. So you're saying that, so I told her, so you're saying that Mexicans and Native people are going to black communities and unaliving people. We're the ones committing all the crimes. She's like, yeah, it's all of you guys, all of you. So that shit was just,
she was being messy and she's misinformed. Yep. That's the ignorant person. So no, that's just someone who is who doesn't have the facts or education, should I say, because that is not the situation. I think that the problem is that not all, but within my community, is that they're not educating themselves, and for you to have the audacity to blame other races who've been through some of the same things that you've been through, once again, our fight is with the wrong people. I don't understand why we're fighting amongst other people who have also been raped of their identity, raped, and everything else. We're arguing with one another, and we're not putting this fight towards who actually created this mess that we're in. So we're just basically tick for tack blaming one another, and it's not resolving nothing. I'm still trying to understand what exactly are we resolving? What are we moving forward? I don't understand it. I really don't.
They're part of that hateful group, sister. They're part of that group of people who claim to be the original people and that we're not, invalidating us, constantly harassing us, attacking us, saying that we migrated from other places, invalidating our origin stories, our people. Like I said, my auntie's darker than most of them. And her melanin is very different compared to the woman of Africa. Now, there is a lot of African influence in Mexico because of the arrival, after during that time period, where colonialism period. And nobody's denying that a lot of our communities are mixed with African descent. They're African descent. They're legit African. I wouldn't be surprised if I had like a few percent African too. And I wouldn't be hateful towards that. I wouldn't be hateful at all. Like I said, like I told Jada, my niece looks a lot like her hair and everything. That don't mean like I'm going to sit here and be like, oh no, we have black in our, hell no. Like there ain't nothing wrong with that. Like it's beauty, like, man, like we got to embrace who we are as a people, melanated people, brown people, whatever. It's just hateful when people go out and say, y'all ain't this, y'all ain't that, and then they're the original, and then they denounce all African connection with African roots or nothing. Like they don't want nothing to do with it. And I was about to make a video where I was on the street and I told this black man, he says, nope, we ain't African. We got nothing to do with Africa or nothing.
And that's the ignorance in him, because he don't understand where his ancestries come from. And that's what I'm saying is
Manny, pardon me, BAM has a question for you. Can you go ahead and answer that question for her? BAM, and then whoever was talking, go ahead and take over. You could just take over.
I was just showing the slave trade map and everything. This is the same one I had used for one of my history classes. But I remember one of my teachers trying to explain to me how slavery has always been around, and don't get me wrong, yes it has, but I hate when people like to justify the fact that slavery was going to happen in America, but when here's like the little catch to it. Like, we were like the Louis Vuitton, okay, to the African American slave trade. Like, the Portuguese opened up the North Atlantic slave trade, okay? That is the main part. Mention how I say North Atlantic slave trade, because a lot of the slave trade was actually in the Middle East in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So I hate when people like that girl Candace Owen was trying to be like, well, slavery's been around forever, and we can't just say that it's just these certain types of people. I'm like, well, this is where we're from. We're in North America, certain place, America, United States, and the fact is our slave trade opened up because of Portuguese, and I hate when people like to be oblivious to the fact that, like, it shows in the Dominican Republic, it shows in Puerto Rico, it's all over North America, the slave trade. Like, it tells you where the ships went, and it's just crazy to me whenever people like to say, like even like for people like me, right? I know a lot of people like that are biracial that they would say they're considered white tea washed.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see a problem in that? No, but I do only see a problem whenever it's like they don't embrace anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have anything else they're bringing to the table other than their side they grew up with, which I understood that completely because I lived out in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. Like, they didn't have no one over there to teach me nothing. And when I moved to North Carolina, like, they was just like, girl, you gotta cut your hair, you know what I'm saying? Like, they helped me, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Black community has helped me reconnect to my roots, my both sides, you know what I'm saying? Which, from a person like Josh saying that, oh, I don't know anything about my Black roots, that I must not know my father, like, he said a lot of things in that live, which I didn't screen record because I was in it. But, him saying that, I found that really sensitive. The fact that he said that he wouldn't say sorry was, like, kind of crazy. Because technically, we're both Black. Me and Josh both Black. So, like, the fact that he wouldn't, like, sit there and say sorry to me about the whole, him saying that I'm lost in my roots or something like that, I took that very offensively because I fought my mental state to get where I'm at now. Like, I literally was so lost in my identity, just like how most of these people are. Like, I was lost in my identity and I was living in America. So I could have just simply gone on YouTube. Like, being in the community is different from just watching from the outside, So, like, it's very important to me to take everything in.
And I'm sorry you had to deal with that, as a...
Same here. I'm sorry he said that. That's just so disrespectful. And honestly, he's not a real man. He's not a real man. He's less than a man. If he can't, he says he'll stand up and say he's sorry, or he won't say he's sorry. Never mind, he's not gonna say he's sorry. That's just, he's pointless.
Native Mama and Manny, all of you in here, I wanna interrupt here to give you something. Why do Native people devalue half Native people? Can all of you in here give your opinion on that?
I answered and I said we don't.
Why
we don't.
We devaluate Native people?
No. You're Native, you're Native.
I don't think you could really say that because I feel like if people shine light, I don't know what's going on in the background of someone's thing. Yeah. I don't know why people shine light on, let's say, like, there's a group of people and there's like two of them, right, saying like, oh, we don't claim you and stuff like that, but the rest of the group does. I don't know why people shine so much light on the people that are so negative. Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, if you know their opinion is invalid, like, you're Native. Like, your mom, you came out your mom's womb and she's Native American. You are Native American. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have it in your blood. It's that, you know what I'm saying? It's in you. You see it in your hair. You see it in your facial features. You see it in your eyes. You see it in, like, every single thing you got. So, like, I don't understand when people shine bright lights on the people that are like, oh, you're like, for me, for example, like, they'll be like, oh, you're too white for the Black kids, you're too Black for the white kids. That don't make sense.
A whole less.
I found the group of people that took me in for who I am. They took me in for Jaden. They knew that Jaden was Jaden, not, oh, Jaden's the light skin. Jaden's the mulatto. Jaden's this. No, Jaden is Jaden. She's biracial if you want to ask, but other than that, it's really much irrelevant. She got hair, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's plain and simple. Like, I don't understand.
It's the self-hate amongst themselves. A lot of people have self-hate.
And I get that. Like, I fully get that. I went to school and I seen guys make fun of Black girls for no reason. And they come to me thinking it's going to be cute saying it to me. And they'd be like, oh, you're much prettier than the dark skin over here. And I'm like, do you know where all this features come from? And it ain't my own side.
It's self-hate.
So I'm just like, and then I see.
Well, he had the mindset. is trying to misplace the whole tribe, to try to place himself. So he is, no.
That's why you got to watch what you say on live.
I don't understand
People
that
are
because
watching.
he said, I don't know where he lives. I don't want to know where he lives, but I told him I stay in North Carolina, right? And he was like, "Oh, we're probably cousins or something." And I'm just like, I don't know how that works. I mean, I'm not my people were imported to North Carolina, from Virginia to North Carolina through the slave trade. But other than that, we don't. My last name, the farthest I can go, is back to Washington, And he was trying to say that his native ancestry is in North Carolina. So I was just like,
I'd like to play something after she's done, Manny. I'd like to play a live where Josh was berating and saying derogatory things to Native people. Whenever she's done, though, I don't want to interrupt. Oh, are you done talking?
I think she dropped. She had a call.
Oh, okay. This is a live where Josh was holding, but he actually created this. It's horrible, I think, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, they're
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Digital, can you put it on the screen?
Yeah. Can you see a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
they're barely even human. I would say that. Those two individuals are savages.
Gosh, you gotta watch that.
What?
The S word.
I know. I'm saying it's them two. I'm not saying it's because I know what comes behind with that word of saying what they are, but I believe that's what they are. I believe they aren't human.
They aren't human. He's saying they're not human.
Or if they're human, they might be barely human.
It's ridiculous. It is.
Wow. Ugh. Yikes.
Two individuals are savages.
Gosh, you gotta watch that.
But he's half indigenous, isn't he? Isn't he mixed?
Yeah, he claims to be, but then we're questioning his. We don't know if that picture is really. There's. And if he is, that's okay. But he seems to not be, because every chance he gets when natives talk to him, they're like, "Hey, we welcome you. Please, let's hear. Do you have anything to say? Can you apologize? Did you misspeak?" He says he will not apologize. He keeps misspeaking and keeps being rude on purpose. So I don't believe that he is half. I don't.
Oh, okay. So the BAM is Josh in here. Okay. But thanks for the heads up.
In that case, you Bam.
Like Kentucky, I spoke with her. She doesn't say nothing. She stays silent. But see, she's trying to learn her background. She's trying to learn her native side. And I will tell her this. There's going to be a time where she's going to have to speak up against Josh. Because if she says she's half native, she cannot allow Josh to continue berating her people if she's half native. That's what she says. Now, I don't sit well with Kentucky allowing Josh to keep demonizing natives, but that's between Josh and Kentucky. That's what they got going on.
Hey, Native Mama, how did you know Bam is Josh? Because I just blocked him and muted the account per minute.
He's like, block?
I think that person had actually been in here way beyond Josh coming on live. I remember speaking to them earlier.
I don't
Bam.
think the live stream though. But who said that he had? Was it you that told me he had a live stream and it was like me, and then he put like an Asian guy next to me or something?
Yeah, but as soon as I went on the live to take the screenshot, he seen my name pop up and blocked me. But it was
he was here and he said that that wasn't him. He said I never did that.
It was him because what's it called? The other the other group of because the other people in his group, they don't have pictures of people. They'll just there's this one guy and he's I don't know if you know him, Manny. I don't remember his name, but he's another native dude I've seen on my For You page every now and then. He be 1v6 these people all the time, and they hate him. Josh's account that he was just using, going back and forth, he has his face on there. So if you go back on your live after you're done and see all the people that were in your live today, you'll go to Josh's and you'll see his face.
the guy that he makes videos of, and that's like one of the guys he be talking about, calling him a savage and stuff like that. Like the digital was showing those pictures of those people, like those are the people that he'll call like names. I think someone just commented the name. But,
so what's up with Choctaw for real? I thought he was cool with us, and then like he's out there.
I don't think he's cool with anybody. I think I don't know
Choctaw?
what it is. I think that guy has like a thing towards like if you're not like fully converted into like whatever group you're native to or whatever, he's like he just thinks you're just like an outcast or something like that. Because like I would watch his videos, I'm like, all right, I get his point, and then he says something, I'm just like, hold on, what do you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of confusing. But like, I got nothing towards him. I don't really be watching his lives. I only seen you on my I only seen you, and then I seen Josh first. Like I only ran into you, Manny, after I ran into Josh, and I think I found you in the comment section. I think that was how it happened. But I seen you on the thing once and arguing with them, because I was arguing with them how I said I don't like how they say Indians, and I'm just like, that's when they came over here, they thought they was gonna come to Asia. They didn't run into Asia, Christopher Columbus, they ran into indigenous people. They're like, oh, brown, they're Indians. They're the Indians we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the name Indians. Like, if you look up Indian, like, you're not seeing Native Americans. Like, you're gonna see.
And it's crazy, sister, how they be like we have a society here. We have elders, we have a family, like we have a house, we have a family, right? We have our family. We known each other for thousands of years. Our history's carved in the stones. We build these amazing pyramids that people talk about. Like they say, y'all don't even know how to build them. I'm like, Google that shit. Just put how to build a pyramid in Mexico. And like they broke it down. Like it's well documented that we knew how to do it.
That's Josh Cass.
Well, let me see that photo.
That's Josh.
That's Josh.
Yeah.
That dude looks like he worships Kevin Samuels, bro.
What the fuck?
That's him.
He's
been
like,
he got 25 different
why they
accounts.
won't date me. Like, it gives Kevin Samuel vibes big time. Like, him's a baby Kevin Samuels.
He told me I need to leave my man for a black man, so.
He probably wanted to hook up with you, Jaden.
No, he's actually gay.
Oh, yeah, I heard, yeah, his husband or something his husband is like Central American or South American or something.
Yeah, but no, it's crazy. He said that.
I wouldn't doubt it if he was
like,
actually
my man is Hispanic and black, and I was like,
"Thank you."
His people's been making
digital. Remove the image. This is for educate. No hate, no bullying. Digital. Just end that. That's cool. We don't want TikTok to be thinking like we're bullying, because we're not.
Yeah.
But it's just showing who, because he knows who we are.
He's got fake accounts that are made up and has clown horse and goes to worst picture on it. So he's pretending to be them and being, the R word to other people with their account pictures.
I'm gonna log off. I'll log back in. I'm gonna log off and log back, because I think they're gonna report this as a bullying because they showed the image. Oh, they're bullying. Yeah. Well, join me back.